AVG has come out with a new version, AVG 2011, and we're starting to get the information come up when we load our computers in the morning. We have the option from AVG to use the basic version, which of course is the free version, or the highlighted version, which says recommended, and that is the paid for version, although of course they are offering it to you free for a period of time as a trial. Now I suggest when you look at this option that you close it down and install the AVG free version by going to my favourite site of CNET. That way you make sure that you are getting the free version, and this video tutorial is going to take you through how to find the download and how to install. So I've opened my favourite Google search, and I'm going to, in the search bar, type the words CNET, which means that is the site that I want to start with, CNET AVG 2011. Now I don't have to type any more. I have the option down here, CNET AVG 2011, and the magic word free or free download. I select this option and it takes me to the page where I want to go. I'm scrolling down the first few lines of the sponsored links, which are the advertising, and here the first option you will see is download CNET AVG free version. I move to it, get my little hand and click. Takes me to CNET site. If you scroll down on the CNET site, the first thing that you will see is the download now, which we can do. But read a little bit about the information of the reviews. You have the editor's rating, which is 4.5 stars, which is pretty good. The user rating, 4 stars, and the number of downloads that have been, or the votes that have been given. So this is telling you some information that the users are finding it quite good. And you have a short review, information about it, and a link to the forum and the editor's review. Now there's also a video which I have uploaded to our website so that you can watch for yourself. Make sure that you click on download now, and the information that's given below is that this will download a little installer, but you must then stay online to actually complete the download of the full version of the program. I'm going to click on download now. Tells me that my download will begin in a minute, and frequently I have the option then to run or save. I always suggest to you that you save, so I'm clicking on save. The important bit is where you actually save your information to. Now I have a folder called downloads, which I always go to when I'm downloading, so if you're a little bit worried about where to put it, just move it and put it onto your desktop by selecting desktop. I'm staying with downloads. I can in fact create another folder there, a new folder called AVG 211. This means that when I go to look for it again, it's going to be much easier for me to identify it to run. I'm going to click on save, and that installer is now downloading into that folder under downloads. Once I have finished, I can then make a selection to open the folder and select the file to run, and click on run. I get a little message, do I want to continue? And I would continue, and AVG now is extracting the file. The actual download now might take a little while. The installer starts, and the first message is the usual, accept the terms and conditions. I am going to click on accept. I'm going to make absolutely sure again that I'm only going to get the basic protection, and click on next. It gives me a license number, and I click on next, which is for the free version. You have the quick install, which installs all the software and all of the options. Usually I select the custom install to make sure that there are no other elements in it that I don't want. So I have selected the custom install. I do want the email scanner. It has additional languages, which of course if I wanted to select Spanish I could, so that's the main thing. I want the link scanner, which means that when I'm on the internet going to a link, it will make sure that I'm protected, and I want the identity protection. So that's pretty good. I've got those elements, and I'm clicking on next. This is where using the custom install means that you can actually deselect the additional toolbars that it's going to try. I'm going to deselect, I don't want the AVG security toolbar, and click on next. That means that I am not changing the AVG search engine to the AVG secure search. Click on next. It now goes through the install process and explains to you a little bit about what each of the elements that you're installing, the protection that it gives you. The linked scanner, it means that you can surf, shop and use the social networks quite safely. Smart scanning works in the background so that you know all the time that you're working that AVG is giving you a protection. It's quite a big file. It's 114 megabytes, so you most certainly will need a high-speed ADSL connection to download all of this. Those of you that use any form of social networking, it's very important to be quite safe and secure for that. Well, I paused this video whilst it was downloading this large file, and you can see from the download information that I am nearly there now. I've 111 megabytes of the 114 that I need to complete the download. Notice that the smart scanning works whilst you rest. It goes into a high priority mode when you're not using the computer and switches to a low priority mode when it recognizes that you are using the computer. So that you will note that it is configuring the product now, and we should be coming up to some of the final stages. This process will take longer than what you will actually see on the video, because I have cut out some of the waiting time. And you will see that you are requested to reboot your computer. Select yes.